Pascal Mice Contest 1999 Green 9. Number 1. The value of 4 times 4 plus 4 over 2 times 2 minus 2 is 4 times 4 plus 4. 2 times 2 minus 2 equals 4 times 4, 16, plus 4. 2 times 2, that's the 4, minus 2. 16 plus 4, that's 20. 4 minus 2, that's the 2. Cancel 2 equals 10. So the answer is C. Number 2, if k equals 2, then k cubed minus 8 times k plus 1 equals k cubed minus 8 times k plus 1. Plug in k equals 2, that's the 2 cubed minus 8 times 2 plus 1. 2 cubed, that's the 8 minus 8 times 3. 8 minus 8, that's the 0, times 3 equal to 0. So the answer is A. Number 3, if 4 heart square equals 144, then a value of heart is 4 heart square equal to 144. Equation both sides divided by 4. So that's the heart square equals 144 divided by 4. That's the 36. So heart equal to 6. The answer is B. Number 4. Which of the following numbers divided exactly into 15 plus the square root 49? 15 plus square root 49. Square root 49, that's the square root 7 square. That's the 7. So that's the 22. So the choice A, B, C, D, E, only the E can divisible by 22. So the answer is E. Number 5, if 10% of 400 is decreased by 25, the result is 10% of 400 of, we do the multiplication. So 400 times 10%, and then decreased by 25, that means minus 25, equal to percentage cancel 0. So that's the 40 minus 25 equals 15. So the answer is A. Number 6, in the diagram, A plus B equal to, we know around the center, all the angle together around the center is the 360. So that means we can use the 360 equal to 110 plus the B plus 60 plus A. So we leave the A plus B. So A plus B equals 360 minus, bring the 110 plus the 60, that's the 170. So minus 170 equal to 190. So the answer is E. Number 7, if 2x minus 1 equals 5, 3x plus 2 equals 17, then the value of 2x plus 3y is. So 2x minus 1 equals 5, and 3y plus 2 equals 17. From first equation, we get 2x equals, bring the negative 1 to another side, equals 6. 3y, from second equation, we get 3y equal 2. Move the 2 to another side, that's the negative 2. 17 minus 2, that's the 15. Then we add two equations. 2x plus 3y equals 6 plus 15 equals 21. The answer is C. Number 8. The average of 4 test marks was 60. The first 3 marks were 30, 55, and 65. What was the fourth mark? If the fourth mark is the x, so the total marks is the 30 plus 55 plus 65 plus x. And given the average is the 60, we use the average times the number, that's the 4, the times the marks, so times 4. Then the x equal to 240 minus, so 30 plus 55, that's the 85, plus 65, that's the 150. So 240 minus 150, that's the 90. So the answer is E. Number 10, in the diagram, each small square is the 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. The area of shaded region is square centimeters is. The shaded area is the triangle. The base is the 2. Height is the 3. The height is from opposite to the base, the perpendicular line. So area equal 1 over 2. Base, that's the 2, times height, it's 3. So cancel 2 equal to 3. The answer is B. Number 10. 10 plus 10 cube equals 10 plus 10 cube equals 10 plus 10 cube, that's the 1,000, equals the 1,010. The answer, right, as scientific notation. Scientific notation is the format like a times 10 to power n. A greater or equal to 1, less than 10. So this one, right as the scientific notation, is the 1.01 times the 3 digit, that's the 10 to power 3. So the answer is E. Number 11. Today is Wednesday. What day of the week will it be 100 days from now? So today is the Wednesday, and 100 days from now, so after Wednesday, 100 days. 1 week is 7 days. Use the 100 divided by 7. That's the 1 and 4, remainder 2. So remainder 1, that's the Thursday. Remainder 2, that's the Friday. So the answer is D. Number 12, the time of digital clock is the 5:55. How many minutes will pass before the clock next shows a time with all digits identical? So right now is the 5:55. Next, the time identical will be if the 666, but it's not possible. The largest number is the 59. So 777 not work. 888 and 999. So that's the 10. Whatever, 10 is already not the identical, but 11, that's the exactly 11, identical the digits. So how many minutes they pass? We calculate from the 5:55 to 11, how many minutes? So the 5 plus 5 will be the 10. So 5 hours. 5 hours times 60, that's the 300 minutes from the 5 to 10. And the 55 to 11 need 5 more minutes. We plus 5 minutes. And then we still have the 11 minutes more, so add another 11. So equal to 316 minutes. So the answer is the D. Number 13, in Circle Land, the numbers 207 and 4520 are shown in the following way. So first, look at the 2, that's the 2 circle. Around the 2, that's the 2 is the 100 digits, and 7 is the no circle. So that's the 207. So that's the 2 circle means the 100 digit. So 1 circle is the 10th digit, and the no circle, that's the 1st digit. And the 4520, around the 4 has the 3 circle. 3 circle is the 1000 digits, and the 5 with the 2 circle, that's the 100th digit, and the 2, that's the 10th digit, 1 circle. So 0, that's the number without a circle. So that shows the pattern. The first digit is no circle, is nothing. Second digit, 1 circle. The 100th digit, 2 circle. The 1000 digit, 3 circle. So continue this pattern. Now look at the graph. That's the around the 3 have the 1, 2, 3, 4 circle. 4 circle, that's the 5 digit. So that's the 5 digit number. And the around the 5, that's the 2 circle, that's the 100 digit. That means 1000 digit, that's the 0. 5 without a circle, that's the 1st digit. So no 1 circle, that means the 0. So the number is 30105. 30105. That's the answer A. Number 14. An 8 cm cube has a 4 cm square hole cut through its center as shown. What is the remaining volume in cube centimeter? Cube volume is the side length cube. Volume of the cube equals the side length cube. And we use the cube, that's the 8 cube. We minus cut off part. What's the cut off the shape? That's the rectangular prism. Rectangular prism, the volume equals length times width times height. In this problem, length is the 4, width still the 4, and the height same as the cube, that's the 8, equal to 8 cube equal to the 512 minus the 4 times 4 times 8, that's the 128, gave us 384. So the answer is D. Number 15. For how many different values of k is the 4-digit number 7k52? Divisible by 12. So divisible by 12, we can split as the 3 times 4. 3 and 4 are relatively prime. So if the number divisible by 3, also divisible by 4, then divisible by 12. Divisible by 4 rule is last 2 digit. So 52 divisible by 4, that's the 13. So this number divisible by 4. Now divisible by 3 is the rule is sum of the digit 7 plus k plus 5 plus 2 equal to, that's the 14 plus k. So sum of the digit divisible by 3, then the number divisible by 3. So k can be 1. So that's the 15. We find the first, then plus 3, that's the 4. Then plus 3, that's the 7. That plus 3 is over 9. So the k has the 3 numbers. So the answer is D. Number 16. In an election, Harold received 60% of the votes and Jackie received all the rest. If Harold won by 24 votes, how many people voted? If the X people voted 60%, Harold received 60% of the votes. We use the multiplication. So 60% times X. And the Jackie received the rest. So Jackie received 100 minus 60, that's the 40% of the X received by the Jackie. So the Harold won by 24, so we use the votes received by the Harold minus received by the Jackie, that's the 24. So that's the 20% of X equals 24. So 20%, that's the 1/5x equals 24. Equation both sides times 5. So isolate x, that's the 120. So the answer is E. Number 17. In the parallelogram, the value of x is the parallelogram opposite angle equal. So opposite 80, that's this angle. That's the 82. So this angle is the 80. And for the angle of this one, the triangle bottom the angle, so all around is the straight angle 180. So inside the triangle, the angle equals 180 minus 150, that's the 30. So the angle is the 30. So sum of the interior angle of the triangle is 180 equals the x plus 80 plus 30. That means the x equals 180 minus 80 minus 30. That's the 70. So the answer is C. Number 18. In the diagram, AD less than BC, what is the perimeter of the ABCD? First, we draw the parallel line to the AB. So the angle is the right triangle. If this angle, this point is the E, CDE is the right triangle. So DE same as the AB, that's the rectangle, so that's the 4. So EC, that will be the 3, that's the Pythagorean triple. If you don't know, just use the Pythagorean. 5 square equals 4 square plus x square. So x square equal to 5 square 25 minus 4 square 16 equals to 9. So x equals 3. And the BE equals the 7. So the perimeter equals the 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 10. That's the 26. So the answer is B. Number 19. The numbers 49, 29, 9, 40, 22, 15, 53, 33, 13, 47 are grouped in pairs so that the sum of each pair is the same. Which number is paired with 15? So the sum of paired number is the same. So smallest number 9 must pair with the largest number 53. That's the 62. Now after 9 is another smaller number is the 13. They pair with the second largest, that's the 49. Still 62. Now is the 15. 15 pair with the third largest number, that's the 47. The answer still 62. So the paired with 15 is 47. The answer is C. The units digit in the product 5 plus 1, 5 cube plus 1, 5 to 6 plus 1, 5 to 12 plus 1 is, so 5 plus 1, that's the 6, times the number 5 cube, one's digit is the 5. So that's the 5 plus 1. The number one's digit still the 6. And the times 5 to any power, the one's digit is the 5. 5 plus 1, the number ending with the 6 still. The same thing, that's the 5 to power 12 ending with the 5 plus 1. So the number ending with the 6. So 6 times 6 times 6 times 6, the one's digit still the 6. Same thing, 6 to the any power, the one's digit is 6. So the answer is A. Number 21. A number is Baprisc if it is the only natural number between a prime number and a perfect square. Number 21. A number is Baprisc if it is the only natural number between a prime number and a perfect square. For example, 10 is Baprisc but 12 is not. The number of two-digit Baprisc numbers including 10 is, so between a perfect square and the prime number, perfect square, that's like the 3 square, that's the 9. So the 9, they plus 2 because the between the prime and the perfect square. So 9 plus 2, that's the 11. 9 minus 2, that's the 7. 7. 8 is the one digit. They ask the digit. So 10 is the Baprisc. So we can only consider about the odd number because the even square, if the A is the even square still the even, plus 2 or A square minus 2, they are always the even. So we only consider about the odd number square. So after 3 square is the 5 square, that's the 25. Plus 2, that's the 27. 27, not prime, it not works. Minus 2, that's the 23. Between 23 and 25, that's the 24, Baprisc. And after 5, that's the 7 square, 49. Plus 2, that's the 51. Minus 2, that's the 47. Between 47 is prime. Between 47 and 49, that's the 48, Baprisc. But 51 divisible by 3 is not prime. After 7, that's the 9. 9 square is the 81. Plus 2, 83. 83 prime, so 82, that's the Baprisc. Minus 2 is 79. 79 prime, so 80 is another Baprisc. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Therefore, the answer is E. Number 22. If W equals the 2 to power 129 times 3 to 81 times 5 to 128, x equals 2 to 127 times 3 to 81 times 5 to 128, y equals the 2 to 126, 3 to 82 times the 5 to 128, and z equals 2 to 125 times 3 to 82 times 5 to 129. Then the order from smallest to largest is. So W equal to 2 to 129 times 3 to 81 times 5 to 128. X equal to 2 to 127 times 3 to 81 times 5 to 128. Y equal to 2 to power 126 times 3 to the 82 times the 5 to 128, and the z equal to 2 to the power 125 times 3 to 82 times 5 to 129. The GCF of these four numbers. So the two smallest, the power is the 125. So that's the small 2 to 125 times 3. Smallest is the 81 times 5. Smallest power is 128. So that's the GCF. So for the W, we factor out GCF. That means the 225 times 3 to 81 times 5 to 128 and times. So 2 to 129, factor out 125, still leave the 2 to power 4, and all the 3, 5 factor out. So this is the LCM. For the X, factor out LCM 2 to 125, 3 to 81, 5 to 128, leaves the first 2 to 127, still have the power 2, and the 3, 5 all factor out, and that's the GCF. And for the Y, factor out, so 125 times 3, 81 times 5, 128, and leave the 2 to the power 1, 126 minus 125, that's the 2 to power 1, times 3, 82 minus 81, 3 to power 1, and the 5 already factor out. That's the LCM. For the Z, 2 to power 125 times 3 to power 81 times 5 to power 128. So they only leaves the 3 to the power 1 times the 5 to power 1. Now the GCF, they are all the same, so we don't worry about this part. Calculate outside of the GCF, 2 to the power 4, that's the 16. 2 square, that's the 4. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 5, 15. So we ordered the 4 numbers. So the smallest is the 4, that's the x. And the 6 is the second, that's the y. And 15 is the next one, that's the z. Largest is the 16, that's the w. So the order is the x, y, z, w. Therefore, the answer is C. Number 23. Elle and Bert must arrive at a town 22.5 kilometers away. They have one bicycle between them and must arrive at the same time. Bert sets out riding at 8 kilometers, leaves the bicycle, and then walks at 5 kilometers per hour. Elle walks at 4 kilometers per hour, reaches the bicycle, and rides at 10 kilometers per hour. For how many minutes was the bicycle not in motion? Let's draw the graph. So the first, they from the where they started, that's the S. At the town, that's the T. So from S to T, they just have the one bicycle. So the B start the riding. So they use the bicycle at the beginning. And the total distance ST is the 22.5 kilometer. So when the B go to, if this is the M, we labeled, he dropped the bicycle here, and then he start work. When he ride, we let the distance is the X, and for the bird, the walking distance is the 22.5 minus x. So the time the bird used, time equals the distance over speed. So the distance is the x, and the speed is the 8 kilometers per hour for the bird. And plus working time, working distance is the 22.5 minus x over the working speed is the 5 kilometers per hour. So what's the L's time? The L, first, because the bird started the ride, so the L can just walk. His walk, the distance is the x. X is the riding distance for B and the walk distance for L. So x over the 4 kilometers per hour. That's the time the L works plus the riding. After the x kilometer, he arrived at M, can pick up the bike, now start riding. The riding distance is the 2.5 minus x over the speed is the 10 kilometer. And given they arrived at the same time. So at the same time, that means they use the same time. Now solve this equation. Equation both sides times 40. That's the 5x plus 8 times 22.5 minus x equal to 10x times 40 plus the 4 times 22.5 minus x, and then the 5x plus 180 minus 8x equals 10x plus 4 times 22.5, that's the 90 minus 4x. Variable term, all we move to the left, as 8x. 10x move to this side, negative 10x. Negative 4x move to this side, plus 4x equals 90 minus 180. 5x minus 8x minus 10x plus 4x, that's negative 9x. 90 minus 180, negative 90. So x equals 10. X equals 10. Now we will calculate the time. So when the L arrived at M, they used 10 over 4. That's the distance over time. Minus Bert arrived at the M. The time is the 10 over 8. So that's the 10 over 8. That's the hours. So they ask how many minutes. We convert this one. So simplify to the 5 over 4 times 60 to convert to the minutes. So cancel 4. Cancel 60, cancel 4 is the 15. So equals F times 15. That's the 75. So the answer is B. Number 24. A number is formed using the digits 1, 2, 3, 4 till 9. Any digits can be used more than once, but adjacent digits cannot be same. Once a pair of adjacent digits has occurred, that pair in that order cannot be used again. How many digits in the largest such number? The digits from 1 to 9. The largest number must start with the 9. After 9, we cannot put 9 because adjacent digits cannot be same. So we put the 8. After 8, we still put the 9 because we don't have the pair of the 8 and 9. Now I just the pair. After the 9, I cannot put the 9, same digit. I cannot put the 8, already used. So I put the 7. Now after 7, we still put the 9. Now we see the pattern. 9, 6, 9, 5, 9, 4, 9, 3, 9, 2, 9, 1. After 1, we will go to the 8. So I put in the second row. From the 8, I cannot put the 9 because 8 and 9 already paired. So I can put the number 8, 7. Then same pattern. 8, 6, 8, 5, 8, 4, 8, 3, 8, 2, 8, 1. After 1, I can put the 7. So I move the 7 to here. Same thing, I cannot put to the 7, 9, already paired. 7, 8 already have. So 7, 7 is the same digit. The possible is the 7, 6, 7, 5, 7, 4, 7, 3, 7, 2, 7, 1. Then we put the 6. 6 still 1 less than 6, 65, 64, 63, 62, 61. Then we can use the 5. Same thing, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 1. Then to the 4. Followed by the 4, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Then followed by 3, 3, 2, 3, 1. Then followed by the 2, 2, 1. After the 1, we cannot put the 1, 8. So we can put the 1, 9. Because the 9 we can put here. We cannot put the 1 here because the 1, 1 is the same digit. So we only can put if I put the 1, 2, we already have. Look at, we have 1, 2 here, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 8. We don't have the 1, 9. So we put the 9 here. That's the odd number. Actually, that's the 1 number. Because I don't have the long line to write down all of them, so I separate to the couple of rows to write this number. So how many digits? We will add all the digits together. From 1 to 8, 91 to 98, we can do the 8 number times 2. That's the 8 two-digit number. That's the 16. So second is the 7 times 2, 81 to 87, 7 number. Each has 2 digits. That's the 14. Now the 6 times 2, that's the 12. We saw the pattern. That's the 10. And then 4 times 2, that's the 8. 3 times 2, 6. 2 times 2, 4. And 1 times 2, that's this one, 21. So that's the 2. Last one is here. That's the 1 more digit. So 16 plus 14, that's the 30. 12 plus 8, that's the 20. Plus 10, we have 10 here. 6 plus 4, another 10. And 2 plus 1, that's the 3. So 30, 50, 60, 70, 73. So the answer is B. Number 25, 2 circles C1 and C2 touch each other externally, and the line L is a common tangent. The line arm is parallel to L and touches the 2 circles C1 and C3. The 3 circles are mutually tangent. If the radius of C2 is 9 and the radius of C3 is 4, what is the radius of the C1? Now we connected 3 centers, C1 to C3, C3 to C2, and C1 to C2. C2 radius is the 9, here is the 9, and the C3 radius is the 4, here is the 4. We don't know C1, we let that be the R. Now we draw the more lines. Through the C1, we draw the perpendicular line to the L and the M. That's the perpendicular. So here is the radius 2. And also, we draw another line from the C2 perpendicular to the C1. 1 the diameter. And we from the 3 draw another perpendicular line. So here is perpendicular 2. And then we draw the extra extended this the C3 to that. So do the from the C2 do another perpendicular line. Now we have the triangle, right triangle. Hopefully we can solve the problem. We first find what's this line, the right line from C2 perpendicular to another side. So the hypotenuse is the r plus the 9, and the another leg is the radius minus 9, because from the C2 center to the bottom is the 9. This is the rectangle, so here is the 9 too. Now we can find this the right line. They use the Pythagorean theorem. That means that this right line, if we put the x squared equals hypotenuse r plus 9 bracket square minus r minus 9 bracket square. We use the square of the sum and the square of the difference. So that's the a plus minus b square equals the a square plus minus 2ab plus b square. So that's the r square plus 18r plus 81 minus r square minus 18r plus 81 equal to r square plus 18r plus 81 minus r square plus 18r minus 81. They equal to, that's the cancel r square, cancel 81, give us 36r. X squared equals 36r, x equal to 6 root r. Now we solve the triangle of the top one. Top triangle, this part from C2 to this line, we let them to be the y. So use the Pythagorean theorem. Y squared equal to r plus 4 bracket square, that's this right line, minus, so another leg is the radius minus 4. C3 radius is the 4. So equal to r squared plus 8r plus the 16 minus r squared plus 8r minus 16. So cancel r squared, cancel 16, equal to 16r. So the y equal to the 4 square root both sides, root r, and x squared equals 36r. So x equals 6 root r. Now we look at, we have the very smaller part, it's here. So that is the smaller triangle. Smaller triangle, look at the smaller, the green triangle. So the total is 2r, diameter of the C1. So that's the 2r. And from the C3 to the top, that's the radius of C3, that's the 4. From the C2 center to the bottom, 1, that's the 9 equal to the C2 radius. So this leg, the vertical leg, equals 2r minus 4 minus 9, that's the minus 13. And the hypotenuse equals the 4 plus 9, that's the 13. And the top, the horizontal leg, equals the x minus y. X is the root r times 6. Y equals root r times 4. So x minus y equal to 2 root r. So use the Pythagorean theorem. We have the hypotenuse square, that's the 13 square, equals the 2 root r bracket square plus the 2r minus 13 bracket square. 169 equal to the 4r plus the 4r square minus 52r plus 169. So 169 cancel. 4r square minus, combine the r, that's the 48r equal to 0. So 4r times r minus 12 equal to 0. R cannot be 0. Discard the r equals 0. R minus 12 equal to 0. R equals 12. That's the answer D.